The problem is that the union itself that existed in Granger had no infrastructure. The membership was totally disconnected from the core board itself. The Chateau Ste workers were disconnected from the core board itself. And Kurt tried to pull it together, and he couldn't. So he got very frustrated because the corporate campaign was taken off very well, but what was needed was more grassroots development of the union membership, and most of all the Chateau Ste workers. It was over 200 workers, to really begin to pull together the campaign and move it to the next level. And he became very frustrated and came at odds with the board. And in fact, the board, the independent union board, threatened to fire Kurt. And so he quit. And the workers called me, and a lot of the workers called me and said, we can't have him quit because we've never had this much activity. We've never gotten to this level with our campaign. We need him. And so Kurt called me and told me he was quitting, he was leaving, and we had a long discussion. And at that time I was working at Skagit State Bank here in Burlington. I was a bank officer actually, in charge of data processing operations. So all of this work I was doing with the Rainbow and the boycott was all on my extra time, weekends and everything. I was working 24/7 basically because I loved what I was doing, but my job is something, I'd been there for 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
So came a time when all this happened with Kurt, and I had met the workers, which is an incredible group of people, and I have photographs of them. I can give you some to scan. And they were very honorable, men and women, very serious about what they wanted, and they were very unhappy with the way the campaign had been run up to that level, up to that moment. And they asked me to come and help them in Sunnyside, and Kurt said that the only way he was going to stay was if I went to Sunnyside and took on the role of grassroots organizer with the workers, and then he would continue leading the corporate campaign.